Hiya, welcome back to Classic Hits Gaming, your home of 80s, 90s and noughties gaming. This is my final session of The Revenge of Shinobi. Sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. So right now Classic Hits Gaming is shining a spotlight on some of my all-time favourite childhood video games released on the Sega Mega Drive. I have one more game left to shine the spotlight on, but until then I have one final session left of The Revenge of Shinobi. Thank you all for your continued support of Classic Hits Gaming, and thank you all for watching my Sega Mega Drive live streams so far. Hope you've enjoyed them. Thank you so much. So please bear with me as I sort out the live stream by changing the thumbnail, adding it to my playlist and sharing the live stream onto Facebook so more lovely people can watch. And as I mentioned, playlists. Remember, I have playlists of every classic game I have streamed so far on Classic Hits Gaming. So if you have missed any of my classic live streams, you can catch up on my playlists. Okay, all sorted. Let's get the final session of The Revenge of Shinobi underway. Who knows, I might even complete this game for the first time in this session. Nah, that ain't happening. This game is way too difficult for that. But I'll give it a go nonetheless. So I'm actually going to start the session by loading my save file. And then what I'll do, I'll try this level for a while, and then to round off the final session of The Revenge of Shinobi, I'll actually start the game from the beginning and see how far I can get. Okay, let's go. I kind of like this stage because it's interesting because you're jumping in and out, you know, from the foreground and background. It's interesting. Oh, my hands are sticky. I know. My fingers, I should say. No. Slight. Ah, fuck's sake. So I've never actually gotten this far into the game before. Ah, where did he come from? He wasn't there a second ago. That's the pumped up version of Bob the Builder, for Christ's sake. wait, hold up. What am I doing? Ah, much better. So I actually have, yeah, this is much better. I actually forgot that you can actually, like when you get to a new district or level, and you get the game over, you actually, like, you can continue to start. It's a bit like pretty much any. It's like Sonic, it's like Golden Axe, like Streets of Rage. Like if you, well, actually no, it's better actually in Golden Axe than Streets of Rage because you can actually, like, when you lose a life, when you run out of lives, you can just like use a continue then and there, and you can resume then and there. Whereas in games like Sonic the Hedgehog and Comic Zone as well, I think, and Revenge of Shinobi, you have to start the whole stage again if you lose a life. But that's actually pretty handy now, so I can actually save here now. I think I have 2 more continues, and I have 3 lives, which is good. Right, so save here. I'll save here. It's actually hard to keep track of where the enemies are positioned. Jesus Christ. Oh, what the... This game is really tough. Oh, I just, from the top of my head, literally just right now, I've actually made my decision on what game I'm going to be streaming next on Classic Hits Gaming after of course my final Sega Mega Drive game, of course. And I know exactly how just kill this bastard first. I know exactly how I'm going to structure it as well, because I've been mentioning for a while now that this game that I have in mind of streaming after my final Sega Mega Drive game is quite a tough one, and it may cause me some stress, and there's no guarantee that I might be able to complete it. So the only way that I can, this game is really tough. Bastard. Yeah, I know how I'm going to title the live streams, and I just think it's so fitting. Oh, actually, I'm actually looking forward to it, don't you know? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I don't know if the 8 districts. Yeah, this is the 3rd level. This is the 3rd district. So there's 5 more after this. Oh my god. This game is really tough. Oh fuck. Damn it. Well, I could actually change the design of the dogs. I think that's actually for its time a technical achievement. This game came out in 1989. You know, game developers didn't have a whole lot of specs to work with, so a lot of the time they would have to recycle the same enemy design over and over again. So that's actually a completely different design for the dog that appeared in the first district. I mean, if the enemies aren't bad enough, like you have to contend with bombs being thrown at you. Oh my days. Yeah, this is the third district. Oh, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Ah. GGP. This game is slaughtering my sanity right now. But nonetheless, my friend, welcome back to Classic Hits Gaming, your home of the three greatest decades of gaming. The 80s, the 90s, and the noughties. This is my final session of The Revenge of Shinobi. I'm still shining the spotlight on some of my all-time favourite childhood video games released on Sega Mega Drive. I have one final Sega Mega Drive game to shine a spotlight. After, of course, I have a final session of The Revenge of Shinobi. So thank you so much for supporting Classic Hits Gaming. Thank you so much for taking the time to drop by the live stream. Always much appreciated. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Johnny. I have a question. Is it worth trophy hunting on PS3, 4, or 5? You know, it's a good question, and I've often asked myself that question a few times actually. It is, because it gives you an additional challenge. So you have the game itself, which poses various challenges. Of course, the most basic challenge is completing the game. Then you might say to yourself, will I try it on a harder difficulty? Will I 100% the game? And when you've done all that, you can go to trophies and you can get additional challenges. So it gets you to go back to the game and get more from the game from the point of view of challenges. And they can feel quite rewarding. Let me tell you, when I got my platinum in Sifu, because you can get a platinum on, you know, there's a lot of games where, you know, pressing a button could practically get you a platinum. You know, so you can rack up, you know, those platinums quite easy. But when I got the platinum on a game like Sifu, arguably one of the most difficult games released in this generation, that was a feeling of accomplishment. You know? So yeah, short answer to your question. Personally, yes. But no two people are the same, so you mightn't feel the same as I do about it. But I think so anyway. I think trophy hunting is worth it on PS3, PS4, and PS5. Yes. But how are you keeping anyway? How are things with you? This is the furthest I've ever gotten in the Revenge of Shinobi. And it's kicking my ass, to be honest. So I had one final Sega Mega Drive game to shine the spotlight on. And after that I have a game in mind. And it's not a Sega Mega Drive game. I can confirm that. I can confirm it's a completely different kind of game to the Revenge of Shinobi and even my final Sega Mega Drive game. I can also confirm that it is, well, I personally think it's quite a challenging game. So I have an idea of how I'm going to title the live stream. You know, with a game like Final Fantasy VII, I would say Part 1, Part 2. And with an arcade type game or a short game like, you know, Sega Mega Drive games, I'll have sessions. Well, I'll have an idea for a new title. And I think it's an interesting one. And I think you may like it, actually. And it's the best way to do it, because the point I'm trying to make is I don't think I can actually complete that game that I have in mind. So there's no point in me calling it Part 1, Part 2, because there will never be a final part, because I potentially won't be able to complete that game. But I do have an idea of how I'm going to justify that. So it's quite interesting. Has to be said now. Okay, I'm going to share some the Revenge of Shinobi trivia. I downloaded Streets of Rage 4. I was only talking about that game earlier today. Wait, what am I saying? I've been talking about that game since I started streaming Comic Zone days ago. That game is the perfect sequel to a long-running franchise that pays respect to its original fan base, not the modern audience that didn't give two fucks about the franchise before. Hell, what am I saying? One in the live when the franchise begun. Because it's designed like a Streets of Rage game, it plays like a Streets of Rage game, it sounds like a Streets of Rage game, it is a Streets of Rage game. The same can't be said about Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, hell, even Resident Evil 4, because the last two Resident Evil games were Code Veronica and Zero. So it's the perfect sequel to a long-running franchise that actually respects the original fan base, as opposed to pandering to a modern audience and changing the entire fucking game. So it's fantastic. If you're a fan of Streets of Rage, believe me, this game is for you. It's 100% Streets of Rage, man. You won't be disappointed, let me tell you. Okay, so some trivia. I don't think I actually wrote much trivia actually for the Revenge of Shinobi. I'll actually have a few that I'll actually share throughout the live stream. I'll start with a simple one, basically. So this game is called the Super Shinobi in Japan. Super Shinobi. Sounds like a SNES game, doesn't it? Super Shinobi. I'll reveal two more as the stream progresses. But you know how Resident Evil 4 became an action game you know how Resident Evil 4 became an action game? You had Leon S. Kennedy jumping on the window less than 5 minutes into the game. Do you know how 5 became like an online co-op action shooter. And you know who 6, well, became an absolute shit Resident Evil game that was all over the place. You know 7 and Village tried to be an Outlast ripoff, and now 9 is supposed to be, by the sounds of it, a Dying Light ripoff. And you know how Resident Evil 1, 2, Code Veronica and the prequel were actually Resident Evil games because they had fixed camera angles, tank controls, a true sense of survival horror, a true limited save system, and all those games appealed to the actual Resident Evil fan base, whereas every Resident Evil game released after those Resident Evil games were pandering to modern audiences. Streets of Rage 4 does not do that. Streets of Rage 4 does not try to be anything other than Streets of Rage. And that is why, my friend, I personally believe that Streets of Rage 4 is well worth getting. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Well worth getting. And it is the best sequel to a long-running franchise. And I believe that should be I think Streets of Rage 4 is probably one of the most underrated sequels in the history of gaming. And if you look around at gaming now, you know, you look at the state of Resident Evil and other long-running franchises, Streets of Rage 4 should become the template of how to fucking make a sequel to a modern, how to make a sequel to a long-running franchise. Okay, I think I'm gonna wait until I get the game over screen, and then I'm gonna start the game from scratch to round off this final session of The Revenge of Shinobi. Because I'm getting my ass kicked here. Wait, what if I just... never mind. I was gonna... This game has a kind of... It almost doesn't allow you to just... I like that though, you can't just... I was hoping that I could just get to the end of the level without actually... well, actually I can. Well, maybe not, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, that was good. That was lucky. I actually did it by the skin of my teeth. By the skin of my teeth, by God. I won't say it though, because, oh, this is a boss, is it? Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. Or am I getting Metal Gear vibes? Like the original Metal Gear vibes? Oh, fuck. What the hell is that? Hold on a second. What? Sometimes you just have to... I actually got sucked out of the door. Oh, that's crazy. What the hell? Okay, I'll go this way then. Oh, they open automatically. What the fuck? But once again, man, I would highly recommend Streets of Rage 4. No, I think Streets of Rage 4 shows us and shows gaming developers that we don't necessarily want change. We don't want you to change up the formula, keep it fresh. Sometimes we just want another Streets of Rage game, another Resident Evil game. And what is Streets of Rage? It's a 2D, side-scrolling, beat 'em up, with like a 90s techno soundtrack, vibrant colours, addictive combat, brawling, personality. That's what Streets of Rage is. So we just want another Streets of Rage game. No, we don't want you to make it 3D. We don't want you to make it open world. We don't want you to do anything other than give us another Streets of Rage game. All you have to do, new stages, new bosses, new story, and it's exactly what we got in Streets of Rage 4. So sometimes we just want a new Resident Evil game. We don't need it to be action, we don't need it to be online co-op, we don't need it to be open world, we just need a new Resident Evil game. And that's why you have actual Resident Evil fans from the actual Resident Evil community that are modding, that are making fan Resident Evil projects in the style of actual Resident Evil games. Fixed camera angles, tank controls, all of that, and even the visuals as well. So, like, I think Streets of Rage 4, because of the fact that it is everything that is Streets of Rage, it's... Where the hell am I going? It's a 2D side-scrolling, you know, beat 'em up. It doesn't try to be something else. And that's the way... Okay, I'm going backwards. That's why I think Streets of Rage 4 should be the blueprint, you know, going forward, for how gaming companies actually like release sequels in the future of long-running franchises. Sometimes simple is the best approach. And Streets of Rage 4 was a commercial and critical success, mind you. Oh, got boss battle. You know what I think I'll actually do, actually? I think what I will do is save, but I'll go down here and create a save file here. Okay, where the hell is the actual boss? What the hell am I actually fighting? Actually, I can work with this. It's going to be tough, but I can work with this. This boss, I think this boss battle might be the only boss battle that actually makes sense. Now, whether it's going to be easy or not, well, that remains to be seen, but it seems to be like the only one that actually makes sense. Especially, you have to hit that brain. Is that a brain? It is a brain. Don't laugh at me. What the hell? Oh, I used my magic already in that. So those lasers, that deal a lot of damage. evidently. You know, even though this is tough, at least I know what I'm actually attacking and when to attack. I think what I'm going to actually do here is... Oh, no, no. Where's it gone? Tough as nails, this boss battle, but honestly, it's the only boss battle that I've actually faced that seems to actually make sense. Like, I can understand what to do a lot quicker. It's the doing it that's difficult, really, isn't it? Always a tricky one up here. Ah, you got me, you bastard. Okay, let's share some more. The Revenge of Shinobi trivia. I think this will be the final piece. Ah, what am I doing? Can't see a thing. The light turned off. I can't see. God, that is too bright. Well, yeah. This game was later released on an arcade system called the Megatech. Just that's the most exciting trivia, is it? But it's still trivia. Still trivia. Oh, yeah, that was the final piece of trivia. for Revenge of Shinobi. My ear was itchy. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go back to this. Load. I thought I was dead. But I'm dead now. Ah, you bastard. Very similar to one of the bosses in Sonic 2, actually. Even though this game came out well before Sonic 2, actually. Ah, fuck, still alive. So I've no Shurikens left. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's pretty weird. Okay. So does it matter? Okay, maybe I'm confused. I think you only hit it once. So I'm probably better off not using that double jump attack then? I don't know. Hit him at once. Okay, I'm gonna call it a day on this boss, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start fresh and start a new game. To round off my final session of the Revenge of Shinobi. Oh, I actually have one thing that I want to do to round off the live stream. It's actually a challenge, and you have to complete the first level with 1 bar of health. I'm actually like just running past the enemies, you know, this stage. Like, fuck you. I hate games when you get attacked and the character like fucking gets pushed and you can, it's hard to describe, it's annoying. Oh fuck. Ah, dead. Why do I find the opening district of the original Shinobi like harder than anything else in the rest of the game? I'm gonna get that actually, because I kind of want to get to the game over screen so I can round off the live stream. Because you would have seen this anyway. As I always say, when I play short games like arcade games and Sega Mega Drive games, games that you could literally complete in one go. No, I've gotten nowhere near completing this game in one go, but you know what I mean. Basically what I'm saying is I don't want to be showing you the same levels all over again. So you would have seen this level a lot, really. So that's kind of why I don't want to be, spending the next hour playing this. I think it's set for me. Sessions, right? When I title the live stream, session 1 and session 2 is very different to part 1 and part 2. Whenever I set out to do a stream called part 1 or just part 1, like if it's Final Fantasy part 1, rest assured I'm going to be completing that game. You know, rest assured there's going to be a final part, which is going to be the final part of the game. But if I title the live stream just session, like session 1, session 2, it's not necessarily me aiming to complete the game. It's me just having a session of that game, just playing it, basically. So it could be just the first level, it could just be, you know, 3 or 4 levels. It's just a little bit of the game, really. I'll admit some games go better with the session formula than the parts formula. If I'm playing a game like Pac-Man, it's perfect for a session. You can't really have Pac-Man, you know, part 1 or part 2, because this wouldn't make any sense. Like pretty much every stage is identical. The same with a game like Donkey Kong or any other arcade game. Now the problem with shorter games, shorter console games like this, is like, even though they can be quite short, they still have levels that differ from the last and bosses that differ from the last. But because of their length, I just don't think it's kind of like appropriate to have them in part 1 or part 2, because you saw how quickly I completed Sonic 2 and Golden Axe as a prime example. Alright, so to round off the live stream, what I'm going to do is, how do I do this? I'm going to have to... Wait, no. I got confused. Or you have to actually go to the go here. So, extras. This is a challenge exclusive to the Sega Mega Drive Classic Collection version of the Revenge of Shinobi. Called Cutting It Fine. You complete the first level with just 1 health bar remaining. Let's go. This should be fun. What? Oh, that's not that bad. Wait, I'm confused. Oh. You can even use magic and everything. That's not a challenge. I'm very disappointed with the Sega Mega Drive Classic Collection's attempt at challenges in these really challenging games. Shinobi is a very challenging game, as with Comic Zone. Yet the challenge is... Wait, did I get it done? Why is there an X next to it? Wait, did I do it? Complete the first level with just 1 health bar remaining. Do I have it? I'm confused. There was an X next to it. I don't know if have I done it? I'm confused. I think you literally have... What? It says one health bar for me. I'm confused as fuck. So I think it means you have to actually just have like a red bar. Okay, this is weird. This is weird. I'm confused as fuck. So when I get to the end of the level, I'll just take damage until there's one bar left. And, yeah. Right, so no, I had one bar head left there. Right, oh, okay, that's what it is. Cool. There's a tick next to it. I think I did it. Yeah, that was. I know this is in the Comic Zone live stream, but I'm going to very quickly go to Comic Zone and go to. Yeah, there as well. I still call that easy though. It's a weird challenge, but it's also an easy challenge. The whole point of these is they're supposed to be challenges. It's supposed to be an extra challenge. I think Sega have dropped the ball. Whoever developed this classic collection, don't know if it was Sega themselves, but I think they dropped the ball. Massively dropped the ball. Absolutely dropped it. And what's crazy then is, it seems to be a case of the hardest games seem to have the easiest challenges, and some of the easier games seem to have the hardest. Some of the hardest games seem to have the easiest challenges, and some of the easier games have the hardest challenges. So, what game was I playing there now? So, Sonic 2 has a challenge, I think, and it says finish Emerald Hill Zone. Well, that's easy. You know. No, there was another one. I think it was Streets of Rage. What games have I streamed? So there was. Let's try Streets of Rage. There was one that was. Yeah, this right here. Streets of Rage is. Well, actually, come to think of it, that's. Like, the weird thing about it is, I can get to the final level of Streets of Rage, but I can hardly get to the third level of the Revenge of Shinobi. But the challenge is so simple. But in Streets of Rage, this is the challenge. You have to get to the final boss, not the final stage, the final boss, without using a continue. Oh, a second, that's not a challenge, it's a different thing. Never mind. This is a challenge. Finish. Do you know what? Never mind. I've just lost track of what the fuck I'm talking about, to be honest. Jesus Christ. But all joking aside, that's going to do it for my final session of The Revenge of Shinobi. Had a really good time streaming this game with all of you lovely, lovely people, taking you back to the 90s. You know what? I didn't take you back to the 90s. We're in the 90s. The 90s haven't went anywhere. They're right here on Classic Hits Gaming, you know. That's the great thing about Classic Hits Gaming. It's not about remembering. It's not about going back. It's not about nostalgia. It's about right here, right now. You know, this is the 90s. We're in the 90s right now, you know. The Revenge of Shinobi is one of my all-time favourite childhood video games on Sega Mega Drive. Great to be able to shine the spotlight on this Sega Mega Drive game. It's always been a difficult game, as you saw. And I thank you all for watching my Revenge of Shinobi live streams. And I have one more Sega Mega Drive game to shine the light on, spotlight on, very soon. Potentially even tomorrow as well. And then after that, It'll be a brand new classic game, if that makes sense. Brand new classic on a completely different console. It won't be a Sega Mega Drive game. And I'll give you one more hint. It's not a 90s game. So it's not a 90s game. It's not a Sega game. It's not on Sega Mega. It's not on Sega Mega Drive. It's quite a challenging game. And yeah, it's quiet. The game. It's quite the game. I'll say that one more time. It's quiet. The game. No, that's a tease. That's a tease. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you next time on Classic Hits Gaming. And enjoy the rest of your day, night, or morning.